Yes, welcome back. Well, Tottenham are through to the quarter-finals of the UEFA Champions League for the second time in their history and the first time since 2011. Pochettino celebrating with his players on the pitch, and there is Hugo Lloris, who had an outstanding first half in goal for Tottenham, the Tottenham skipper. Richie, are we giving Tottenham enough credit?
I think we give Tottenham a lot of credit. I mean, all the pre-match chat from the three of us was we were praising the manager for how far he's gotten this team. We were praising the players, bigging up the individual talent they have, particularly going forward. I think this is a huge result, not just to get through. I said beforehand they get through. I expected them to lose tonight. And given the way the first 45 minutes went, I think they're very lucky to be going off the pitch at the end, having not lost. But none of that will be remembered. They won't remember the first 45 minutes where they were completely outplayed, where they couldn't keep the ball, where Dortmund were ripping them open at all angles. They'll just remember that they stood up to the yellow wall. Everything Dortmund threw at them, they couldn't break them down. Lloris, when called upon, made save after save. And the one shot that they got on target in the second half, one of the most clinical strikers out there, scored a goal. So on paper, they will look at all of those things and they'll see this as an answer or response to the critics over the last few weeks who've been pointing out quite rightfully that they've looked flat, they've looked tired, they've looked short of ideas going forward. Their domestic their challenge on the title is over. Nothing that happened tonight could rescue that, but it's a big boost now for the remainder of the season. Arsenal, Chelsea, United, they're all hot on their tail for the top four spot, but they're deservedly through to the next round.
And Didi, is this the type of result that, you know, could supercharge them from now until the end of the season? As like the points that Richie makes, I've heard, you know, that this fatigue thing, OK, they did ride their luck at times during the first half, but 4-0 over the two legs, job done.
100%, and they are a stubborn outfit, and I think over two legs, I think they give any team that's left in the competition in the last day, they give him a game or two games. I think I give him a genuine chance, whoever they play in the next round. Even though they rode their luck in the first half, I don't think there was one chance where you can say Dortmund should have scored. They're all half chances. There wasn't one chance where you say, oh, he's got to score. You know, they defended in numbers. I think Sanchez at the back was absolutely outstanding. Every ball coming in the box, he headed away. And they just showed their class, their resilience, their stubbornness. And Dortmund had to invest a lot in the first half. Yes, Lloris made a few saves, but in the second half, with the first opportunity, they punished them, put the game to bed. And yeah, I just love watching them because they're so organised, so disciplined. And you've got to base your game. If you want to win the Champions League, I don't think you can go all-out attack. If you're Barcelona years ago, maybe you can because you know you score 2, 3, 4 goals a game. It's not possible for any other team, and they base their game on defence, and defensively I've got to say they've been absolutely outstanding today.
Liam, beforehand you referenced your Arsenal hat, and I want you to take it off now. And just, what about Tottenham as winners of this competition this season? Well, there's only 8 teams left. Madrid,
yeah, it's a cup competition, and as Didi says, over two legs, they'll give anybody a game, and if you get your luck going for you, or if Harry Kane's in form or the chances fall to him, we saw how well he puts his chances away. Yesterday with a chance, I think I said it on this programme over the course of the Champions League, that the English teams are really in with a shout. You know, all 4 of them, I think, are really in with a shout this season. And Spurs are a very, very good side. I think probably people might get a little bit fed up with us talking about the manager might leave or players will be sold because they're simply wanted by bigger clubs who are prepared to pay more money. But that's not being critical of them. That's just the situation that football club is in, you know. They can't afford to pay what Real Madrid pay their players or Manchester City pay their players. But what they've done is absolutely marvellous. You know, net spend of 24 million since Pochettino's been there. They've really recruited well. We saw the 3 centre-backs perform really well. Not so much in the first half, but in the second half tonight they were good. Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and as Didi mentioned, Sanchez. And with Kane and Eriksen and Son, they're always going to, you know, nick a goal. So they're going to be very difficult opponents for any team. And
Ali to come back in, you know, the massive talent there.
We give them credit. We give them credit, but there is that question mark is, can they hold on to their assets,
Well,
the manager and the best players?
Exactly, it's the reality of the other clubs.
Yes,
kind
the
of
reality of
these
football
players
world, the financial
money
world
talks.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Harry Kane's goal. With this goal, Didi, he's Spurs' all-time leading European goal scorer.
Yeah, phenomenal. Eriksen tries to thread the ball through, it comes back, bounces, Sissoko plays a great ball in, he gets himself back on side, Kane. And I think that's his biggest asset. I think his all-round game is good. I think he does everything well. But his finishing is second to none. I'm not sure whether there's anybody in world football at the moment who's as clinical as him in front of goal, and he takes this goal really well.
The mistake there in the Dortmund defence, Liam.
Yeah, we showed it there. You know, when you're a centre-back, you have to know where your wide people are. And it was Jadon Sancho, who's an inexperienced lad. He was in a right-back position. And it was Weigl who was running out to try and play Harry Kane offside. But he wasn't looking across the line to see his teammate was 4 yards behind him, was actually playing Kane on. That's bad play from an experienced centre-back. He shouldn't be running out. He should, as the arrow showed there, he should have stuck with Harry Kane and marked him. OK, beforehand, and we did address this at half-time, there was some criticism in this room of Lloris, but not as a shot stopper, Liam, and all the saves that he made here. Well, you know, we highlighted him at the start of the programme because he has been making mistakes all season. Yeah, but they're not mistakes when he has shots on goal. They're mistakes, errors of judgment, coming out of his box to try and stop through balls and getting his timing wrong. But tonight, this was his best save, without any doubt, from Götze. He was going in the far corner. Great save. But most of the other saves, and Didi's mentioned it, you would have expected him to make them. You know, they weren't great saves. You know, that straight at him from Sancho. Here's another one in the second half. Again, straight at him. But he didn't do anything wrong. And he is a very good shot stopper. So that game will do him a power of good. He's been the subject of criticism. I think quite rightly we highlighted that he's been having a bad season, but he did well tonight.
OK.